Hello, everybody! And here it's something special. This is another big topic. It will be about the holidays and everything like something that you celebrate. Today will be Halloween. Oh, the number one will be Halloween. Yes. Okay, so I cannot name it lesson 13 because I'm working on the lesson 13. So it's going to be lesson 14. So don't worry if you say, oh, how come she is at lesson 12, she's not done with lesson 12, and now we're at 14? Did I miss something? No, you didn't miss anything. It just, I didn't put it public yet because it's not finished. And same for lesson 7 and 8, there is additions that I want to add later, different parts. So this lesson is going to be completely different than anything else that I did before. I am going to include some animations in between the lessons is to celebrate Halloween. Like everybody knows, Halloween will be on October 31st, same as every year. So, after the first animation, you're going to have words that I'm going to say in French and in English. You will see, same as before, the spelling on your screen. If there is something to explain, a lesson or anything, I will. Then another animation, etc. So enjoy the ride! So here we go in the United States when the kids want the candy during Halloween, on Halloween Day. Actually, on Halloween when it's already darker. They are going to knock at the door and they are going to say, when someone opens the door, as you know, trick or treat. In French, you will say une farce ou une gâterie. Notice the accent on the A. Accent circumflex. Une farce, this is the trick, and gâterie, a treat. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the spiders because, of course, Halloween also, like you think about spider webs. So, to go simple, we start by the spider. So we're going to say a spider, une araignée. I'm saying right now this is feminine, but in the future lesson, I might even not say anymore this is feminine, or you should recognize it by now. You probably watch my other lessons. And then des araignées, plural, the S at the end. That's all. It's very easy. So now we're going to talk about a cobweb or a spider web. Une toile d'araignée. Des toiles d'araignée. It's easy. You see, you put a S at toile and you put a S at araignée. And notice the D apostrophe. Actually, in French, des apostrophe. So, it will not be beautiful to say des toiles de something else. You have a D, you cannot say de la araignée. You cannot say that. It's very strange because des means de lait, actually. You just never say that. I'm just explaining to you what that means. So, you say des toiles d'araignée. That's clear and beautiful to say. You could not say what I just said before. It will be very bad French and very strange to say it. Okay, so now we go about this one. This one that you're seeing nearby you. Yes, you have one nearby you over there somewhere. No, not? Okay, good. You're good. Okay, la toile d'araignée. We're talking about this one. And les toiles d'araignée, plural. This is for cobweb, same, you know. Okay, now I want to add something about this one because usually when you have a spider is able to make plenty of spider web. We agree. Okay, everybody's agree with me? Fine. So we're not going to say that there is one, one cobweb who's going to be made by plenty of spiders. Okay, you follow me until here? Fine. So if you follow me, that's why I have been only putting the singular on the spider. Like if it was only one spider making one of them, or one spider making plenty of them. Because I don't see, like 2, 3, 10 spiders making one big giant cobweb together. Usually they have maybe part of one and maybe it touch the other one, but it's actually this is only one spider does that. Okay, that's why I'm not going to put, if it was, which is ridiculous to say that, but it's just to explain the grammar. If it was plenty of spiders making the same cobweb, so you will put la toile d'araignée with a S at the end. Maybe you saw them and they have plenty of spiders making the same one. Okay, so in this case, and you know it, so you put a S because they have more than one spiders. But if not, no. So la toile de 7 araignées, l'étoile de 7 araignées. Both will be for one single spider. If not, you will say la toile de ces araignées. But it's like I say, I already that then one spider is not able to make the cobweb by herself. Of course, she will be able to do it all by herself. So you don't need plenty of spiders for that. But just for grammatical, and I'm not going to write it down because this is sentences that are stupid. It's just to explain some grammar. You will say l'étoile de ces araignées. Well, this one I will put it because this one is correct. But the first one, no, I will not put la toile de ces araignées. I just say C, that will be C-E-S, and araignée will have a S at the end. Okay, a grave, graves. In French, you can say grave two different ways. So, une tombe, des tombes, of course, feminine. Or, you can say une pierre tombale, des pierres tombales, feminine also. Pierre means stone, but this is just mean, the things together, pierre tombale means grave. Because you have tombale, so is come from tombe, so that's what it is. You have a cemetery, cemeteries, un cimetière, des cimetières. Then you have a ghost, ghost, un fantôme, des fantômes. Now, when someone come back, like a spirit or ghost, or you know what I mean? You call this person un revenant. That is masculine, but it also can be feminine because it can be a woman, who passed away before and sort of come back. So it will be une revenante, and it will be same. If it's just men or plural, it will be des revenants. If it's men and women together, it will be still masculine plural, so des revenants. Now, if it's only women, ça will be des revenantes. An entity, entities, une entité, des entités, a zombie, zombies, un zombie, des zombies. Now talking about a deceased person. So, if it's a male, un décédé, female, une décédée. You see, I did here then. Des décédés, if it's only men, actually only males. And des décédés, same, you have the I, then a S. So that is will be for female. Now, if you have male and females, both deceased, so it will be des décédés, the first one of the plural, because it will be, even if they have a female inside, it will be like it's male, plural. Wow. This is the way it is. This is the way the language is. So now I want to come back on all what I said, because they have several things to say. First of all, you see un fantôme. So 1, 2, 3. The fourth little separate word, un fantôme. There is accent circumflex on the O. Then I wanted to show you something else. Okay, so here this is a rule that you have to know. The sound in the first one, une tombe, the sound on. Most of the time you write on. Now, it's like if you are writing on in English, on. But now it's kind of very different. If after there is a sound like b or p, things like that. For example, you have a b or a p after the sound on. Immediately, you cannot put a on, but you will be putting a om instead. This is one of the rules I want to show you. You have that for tombe, you have that for tombale. Okay, it's what I said in lesson 12, part 3. Une pierre tombale, des pierres tombales, you see, it's accorded. So when the rule is like that, when you have a word that is feminine, when it goes to the singular or the plural, the adjective tombale will be same. So if pierre here is feminine, which it is, so tombale will become feminine too. Des pierres tombales, this is also feminine, but is plural, so it has also to be feminine plural. That's why you have a S. So I think you know good. That will be, for example, if it was masculine, so the adjective will stay masculine if the word is masculine. And in the plural, that will be masculine plural. This is very easy. So, now a vampire, vampires. Un vampire, des vampires. This is masculine. So, the second one, des vampires, can be just masculine plural, but it also can be male and female together, or plenty of female and only one male, that will make it enough to have it a masculine plural. Okay, now, a female vampire is going to be une vampiresse. Females vampire is going to be des vampiresses. A haunted house. Haunted houses. So, une maison hantée, des maisons hantées. Did you see I didn't make any liaison between the S and the H? Because you're not supposed to make a liaison because there's the H, even if you don't pronounce the H. And this is a common mistake, even for French people. Maybe not on this one, but on other ones, there is a lot of mistake. So, a haunted mansions. Un manoir hanté, des manoirs hantés. Now we have a bat, bats. Une chauve-souris, des chauves-souris. For this one, this is long. So first of all, you have to know that souris, it's always plural. So you see they have a S at the end, that is singular or plural. It's all going to be a S. Souris, this word means a mouse. You know, M-O-U-S-E in English. So actually, it's like if you were saying, because chauve, this is when you have no hair on your head. So it's like, you know, you're bald. So it's like if I was saying bald mouse and then des chauves-souris. It's like if I was saying bald mice, which is not, because actually this is, I was saying a bat, bats. I want to say something about bats because with the COVID-19, people have been accusing them a lot and killing them. And I think it's totally ridiculous. Please, you don't have to love the non-human animals, but just respect them and please don't kill them. This is all what I have to say. Thank you very much for the one who respects that. Now, how to say happy Halloween? So, joyeuse fête d'Halloween. You see, it's not a very difficult, big lesson, you know, because yeah, little lessons inside and point and stuff like that of grammar. At this time, this is easy French, what you're learning, because I'm telling you, some French is pretty hard with the grammar, you know. But at this time, this is easy. You just, you know, learn your words and look how to spell them. It's very easy. And if you go little by little, the hard stuff will be not that hard at all because you will have been learning step by step. And, you know, it's like everything else in life. You learn little by little and then you progress and you become perfect on something. So, and there is a lot of vocabulary and spelling to learn, I know. Well, but that's why I put those little animations in between. Like that, it's kind of relax you, and you know, it's better just to learn and with something um, different. You know, like fun. Instead of learning, you have to learn this and this and that, and it's harder. And it's better you make the easiest way. Now I'm going to talk about some words that I do not use anymore in French. I believe for myself that this word, using it as when we talk about people disease, are unnecessary. It's what I believe. You know, everybody believe what they want, but this is why those five next word, you will not hear me saying them unless this is, in one of my other channel, and this is a text that I'm going to repeat. But then I will put a little note. I don't uh, use those word or stuff like that. Also, I use those word actually, but for object, items, something that is not alive. Okay, so we're going to talk about the first one. This is death, and in French, this is feminine, and c'est la mort. C'est, it is. So, la mort. Uh, you can say also, you should better just say la mort, because this is, when we talk about this word, this is general. Now, if someone, the second word and the third word, this is when there is one single person who passed away. So in this case, it will be masculine, le mort, or the third one, la morte. Now, the number 4, this is when the deceased people are just male. And the fifth one, this is when they are female. But remember, for the number 4, this is like before that I explained for other words. Even if they have plenty of female passed away, but there is only one male, you will say les morts, you will say like if it was masculine plural. But this word, the number 4, is normally only for male. Still, because this is an old rule, and back then things were completely different when the language have been really made up. Wait a minute. I just heard someone saying something here. Any of you? Say, how come she doesn't use any of those 5 first words? So what does she use? Well, I use the word le décès instead. And then, like we learned just before in this lesson, décédé, 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 and décédé. According if it's singular, feminine, plural, all of these kind of things. Okay, so I just told you a word, and you go on you have la mort, le mort, la morte, les morts, les mortes. Then you have second something that is in purple. Don't look at that. Look the first one after on the line that is black. This is this one, le décès, which means, when someone passed away. This is the same than la mort. This is le décès. This one will be masculine. Of course, you can say un décès. You can say also une mort, but usually this is la mort, that you say, because this is general. So now we go back on the purple. You have un mortel, une mortelle, des mortels, mortel. This is just all of that. This is the fact to be mortal, like a mortal, mortal person, etc. So the first one's a masculine singular, second one same. It's always the same. Feminine singular, then a masculine plural, and feminine plural. You will notice I didn't put de for the last one. I didn't forget the de. I just didn't want to put it for a reason. So, you see that when the second one, this is feminine, you double the L and you add a final E. Okay? So this is the same, number 3, des mortels. This is just male or male and female, but if they have only one man or one male will be enough to make it masculine plural. If it's added with other people, of course. If it's only one male, it's going to be un mortel, number 1. But that, I guess, everybody understood now. Why I didn't put they for the woman or for the female mortel? Well, it could be said, they mortel. I don't think it would be any problem with the grammar. It's look weird to me. So I just let it that way. It's just to show you how to write it. But what is the odd that you're going to use this word uh, talking about female des mortels? It's pretty rare. Very, very rare. Now you have le commun des mortels. Well, this is like the common person. This is like everybody. This is just those 4 words together, le commun des mortels, just means actually that you're mortal. And if you're mortal, that means that you're a human being. This is all what that means actually. I know that it could be non-humans, but no. In this case, it's only used for human being, le commun des mortels. So le décès, we already did. Le trépas, trépassé, this is the same, all of that. This is, the fact of passing away, le trépas. This is a synonym of décès and la mort. This is all the same, actually. Trépassé, this is just to pass away. And I didn't say before because I just added it to the text. So you go back on the purple part. Then after you have something black on the third line. That means first and second line are purple. Third line is black. Mourir. This is to pass away. And this is also coming from the same, kind of word that la mort, etc. And I'm not using this word anymore. I use to pass away, so décédé, the verb décédé. So now, after you have le décès, we already talked about that, le trépas, trépassé. Then you have tuer, tuerie. Tuer, this is to kill. Tuerie, this is a fact, to kill. Un assassin, assassiner, un assassinat, un meurtre. The first one, an assassin. Second, two assassin. Then an assassination, a murder. You probably already know the difference between an assassin and a murder. Okay, so just in case some do not know, the first one, this is when they have premeditation. The second is when there is no premeditation. Now you have in red sang, which is blood. Sometimes I put them on the same line. It doesn't mean that, they are the same. It's just because for my screenshot for my computer, if you want to have them on one screenshot only, I have to condense. If not, it's harder for me to put them, just that it goes down the image just in the same time that I talk. It's take me much longer to do that. And it has to be just, so it's harder, way harder. So, sang, blood. Then you have what you call a brain. So you have two ways to say that in French. You have the masculine, un cerveau, and the feminine, une cervelle. Remember, if you use either way, if you have an adjective after, it will have to be according to the masculine if you use un cerveau. If you use une cervelle, it has to be feminine for all the things after that. So masculine plural, si there is an exception here. You have a X at the end. Usually you have a S, not this time. So look at it very carefully because it's one of the exceptions. So, then plural, des cervelles. Now we are going to talk about the black magic. This is just magie noire. You have a spell, un sort, une sorcière, it's a witch, une citrouille. Une citrouille, it's a pumpkin. You have also une citrouille sculptée. This is the one that is sculpted, you know, when you carved it. It's a carved pumpkin. A wart, une verrue. Un chapeau de sorcière. This is the witch hat. Broomstick, un balai. And now, what the witch is doing with her broomstick? She's flying, okay? So, to fly, voler. The magic potion, une potion magique. The cauldron, or a cauldron, un chaudron. Un costume, this is, costume, this is sort of the same. Be careful because in French, costume can also be, like a suit. So in the sentence or, in the situation, you know which one it is. If it's a costume, like you disguise or something. So, a disguise, un déguisement, se déguiser, to disguise. When you have a party, well, this is a word that is also used. The French took it from the English party. So you can say, I'm going to the party. You see, party is the word that you can use in French. Now, a party also, when you are disguised, you have a costume and everything, and you have a mask. So this is a bal masqué, un bal masqué. It can be also une soirée déguisée. And you see, when you say masqué, it's masculine. But if it's une soirée déguisée, it will be feminine if you look at the adjective. Now, when you talk about Halloween, there is often a black cat that they show you. So we say un chat noir. And people, especially during the month of October, plenty of people take the black cat and kill them because they say this is malediction and stuff like that. Not at all. I mean, this is just nothing at all. And during this time, I'm saying malediction, so I add a word, une malédiction, and is malediction. So, okay. And just be careful if you have a black cat to keep him or her inside, especially during Halloween time, during October or something like that. Anyway, I had cats before and I never let my cats outside. So, okay. And to come back on the black cat, remember that the cat have a life. Just we all have a life, and a cat is not an object. Should be respected as a sentient being, a non-human animal who can suffer like us, etc. And love and just want to live. So please don't kill cats. Something else, I put une partie between quotation mark when you write it or when you say it, you don't say it differently. It's just to show you that party is not a French word. It's just that you see the differentiation. Because if it was a French word, we will most likely not have a Y at the end. But because we have also the word partie, P-A-R-T-I-E. But that is something, like a part of something, uh, une partie. I'm sure there are some people who will put a IE to write it, but honestly, this word party is established in our French language for very long, long, long time. And during I'm still on this page, I want to add something about what is in red, le sang blood. This is general, so le sang. And same, I think I said before about le décès, le trépas. It's like la mort. This is general, so you can say un décès, un trépas. Of course you can. You can say aussi une mort. But here I'm really talking about the general sense. So it's going to be that way. And of course, there is plenty of things inside, like murder and kill and passing. Well, there is nothing I can do. It's Halloween. Halloween is like that, So I didn't make it up. And before to go any further in this lesson that is touching to its end, here we go. We go back to the vampires. Les vampires. So you can have just les vampires, one male, one female, or plenty of male, or plenty of male and females, or plenty of females and only one male. But you also can say les vampires et les vampiresses. You can say something like that. Or le vampire et la vampiresse, depending if there's only one of each or there is more. Okay, so now we go on an exception. Remember what I told you about the sign on, on? After you have a sign B and you have a sign P, so you will have to put not a on but a om. This is the exception for bonbon. Is B-O-N, B-O-N. S if they have more than one. I put des bonbons. I put in the plural. This is masculine, so un bonbon. Now I'm not going to write it for this one. Un squelette, skeleton. Bones, des os. C'est un os. It will be masculine and it's always be written the same, os. And here you heard os. Some people do not pronounce the S and they say des os. It's better to pronounce the S, I guess, in this case, because they might confuse with something else, because you have O also, I and U, this is water. So I will advise you to use the S at the end. And finally, une boule de cristal, a crystal ball. And des boules de cristal. You see, crystal rest the same. This is just a boule that change. Okay. I saw I have some more subscribers and I want to thank the one who subscribed for me. And this is just for me an encouragement and also make me see that you want to watch my videos. So I want to make more, of course. Also, it's bring me closer to my goal, and so I follow with my videos. Thank you. And if you are in the process of going to a party for Halloween, and so you are, preparing something, costume and everything, or preparing the party. Good luck, and when it will be on the day, enjoy it. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your day, and bye.